Hey there guys, I wanted to do something new. I was gonna do a top 10 like when it comes to like media, like games and movies and stuff. I'm gonna do a top 10, but this one I kind of struggled with because there's so many good choices. Like I'm sure I left some stuff off here, but I wanted to do my top 25, DVDs that deserve, the HD treatment, that deserve a Blu-ray or a 4K. And I'm gonna go from 25 down to one, the one I would like to see the most, and the one that I'm most surprised that it doesn't already exist. I kind of feel that way about all these. I'm gonna go in that order. They deserve the treatment, and I'm surprised that it doesn't exist already. So let's start with number 25, and that's Swim Fan. This stars Erica Christensen. She's plays a girl who, is kind of a stalker and super creepy towards this guy. He's a swimmer, and he's got a girlfriend, but she's crazy and psychotic, and she wants to to ruin that. And she's just one of those girls you want to stay away from. So if you haven't seen this one, definitely check it out. And I'm really surprised that this doesn't have a Blu-ray. And if any of these do have Blu-rays, let me know in the comments, because this video is, to my knowing that they don't. They could have came out and I just missed it. So let me know in the comments. But number 24 is American Haunting. This is actually a creepy movie. This might be one of the last movies I've seen and was actually kind of creeped out by it. I really can't remember that much about it because it's been a while. But it takes place in like maybe early 1900s or late 1800s. And, it's about a haunted like cabin and a family, that's living in the cabin. It's a real creepy movie. And I'm surprised it doesn't have a Blu-ray. So if you haven't seen this one, check it out as well. Number 23. I hope I remember these numbers. And that's The Quiet. This is a Alicia Cuthbert movie. And this girl, I can't really remember. This girl right here, I know she's like can't hear or something. And I just surprised. There's a lot of her movies, Cuthbert, that didn't get a Blu-ray release, and it's kind of odd because this was kind of a big movie. I remember seeing this in the theater. So there we go. Number 22, Infestation. This is a great little movie about like bugs taking over, and a nerdy guy trying to save the planet. And real funny, real good movie. I should show the back. I didn't show the backs. You can pause if you want to read about it. But really fun movie. If you haven't seen this one, check it out. And I'm surprised that this never got a release as well. This is a rather old movie that has a pretty good cast in it. It's got Amy Smart, Christine Taylor, James Marsden. And it's sort of a anthology type movie. And it's really good. This is a really underrated movie in my opinion. And I know I'm just so surprised that, they never... Who released this? New Line, I think. Yeah, New Line. Hopefully someday some of these get, because they deserve it. Every one of these movies, I think, in my opinion, are good movies. And Timber Falls, I'll show you the back of it as well. This is a good little slasher flick. I don't really remember who's in it. That looks like Naomi Watts, but I'm not 100% sure. But if you haven't seen this one, check it out as well. Here's another Alicia Cuthbert movie, and it is one of those 8 films to die for, and it's Captivity. This is about a girl who gets put in like a cage, and she's basically just trying to get out of it the whole movie. Really good flick, really movie that keeps you on the edge of your seat wondering what's going to happen. And none of these movies really got Blu-ray releases, hardly. And that kind of sucks, because most of these are pretty good, especially the first run. I think the ones after that weren't as good, but the first run was, really good movies. This is another one that really surprises me. Is Teeth, because I see a lot of people that are fans of this movie, and I see this on a lot of streaming platforms, and it's in HD already. So I don't know how. I'm sure it got a release somewhere, but it hasn't got one here. But this is a movie about a girl who has a vagina made of teeth, basically, and it's got to eat. So, you know, she tries to find guys, you know, for it to feed on. Really good movie. Really off the wall. Same as with this one, The Loved Ones. You know, this movie's one of my favorites. It's about this girl right here. She's crazy. So is her dad. You know, she's kind of a nerdy girl at school and can't get a date. She has a crush on the guy. So they go and get the guy, and they make her have a prom, you know, at her house. And they do all kinds of crazy stuff to this guy. But this is really gory and batshit crazy movie. If you haven't seen it, definitely check this one out. All right, our next one is Monster Man. I had heard that this one was getting a Blu-ray release, but it never happened, at least not here. And it's about these guys that pick up a hitchhiker, and they start getting chased by this truck. You know, it chases them all over the place, and you know, they come to a place and they find like this crazy, you know, mutant looking family. See if you can get a look at that guy. And you know, they're trying to get away. Really crazy movie. Really fun movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I forgot what number I'm on. Let's see. 15. And this is Toolbox Murders. This is the remake, and it's actually pretty good. I enjoyed this one almost as good as the original. And I think this is a Tobe Hooper. Yeah, it's a Tobe Hooper film. And some reason, you know, it never got a Blu-ray release, unless I just don't know about it. But it's a good movie that I'm surprised, you know, isn't on HD. And I really don't even see this movie anymore. Like, I don't even see this on, like, any of the streaming channels. This movie just kind of disappeared. But Toolbox Murders. This is 14. And this is The Hitcher. I believe I've seen this, like, in other countries in Blu-ray, but I haven't, I mean, on Blu-ray, but I haven't seen it, you know, here. I always see, like, Region B or different country releases. And this is a really good movie. It stars C. Thomas Howell, Jennifer Jason Leigh. So it's got a good cast. The Hitcher. And this is kind of a two. At number 13, this is kind of a two for, but it's The Creep. I guess probably because these were Netflix movies is why we haven't got Blu-ray releases. But these are two outstanding movies. They're about a guy who hires people to come to his house. The first movie, I think it's to film a documentary about him. And the second one, I can't remember why he calls her to the house. But, you know, he hires these people to come to his house. And he's just crazy and off the wall. And it's like a real psycho dude. I can't think of the guy's name. Is it Mark Duplass? But he's a really good actor. These movies are really creepy because they feel like kind of real, you know. They kind of feel like this could happen to you, or you could be in their place. So these really feel realistic. So it adds to, you know, the horror of it. At number 12, we have P2. This is a sort of a Christmas movie, I guess. It's about this girl, you know, she gets off work. And there's this crazy security guard, this guy right here. And he's a big fan of her, you know. He's got a crush on her, so he kind of wants her to go do something with him, like a date, and she kind of turns him down. So, you know, he's got her trapped in there and he wants to kill her. And she's got to go through all kinds of crazy stuff to get out of the parking garage that's locked up. So tons of action and just really, really exciting film. Definitely worth your time. At number 11, we got Descent 2. See, I don't understand the first one got a Blu-ray release, but the second one did. I probably don't have to tell you about this, and everybody knows this movie. This is a great movie. This is about these girls that are stuck in a cave, and everything about the movie, the atmosphere, everything about it's just chilling. They're down there and they're stuck in a cave, and I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but really creepy movie. The atmosphere, the things that's going on are just terrifying. So really, really enjoyable flick. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Check out the first one first, of course. Number 10, Storm of the Century. Like, I'm surprised any Stephen King movie, you know, doesn't have a Blu-ray release. Maybe it does. Maybe I just don't know about it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, though. But it's a Stephen King movie that doesn't have a Blu-ray release. It's kind of crazy to me. I can't really tell you too much about this one. I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched it. Number 9 is another Stephen King movie that was actually really popular. I believe this was a TV movie, and it's a Rose Red. I actually had 3 copies of this, and they were really expensive, so I sold 2 of them, and this is my last copy of it. But I don't know why I had so many, but I'm glad I did, because they sold for pretty good. I think I sold them for about $60. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a TV movie, but it's pretty sure it's a long movie as well. But yeah, Stephen King's Rose Red. Can't believe this don't have a blue release. Number 8 is another one of those where it's a few movies, and that's the Boogeyman series. I would tell you what these are about. It's about the Boogeyman, basically. You know, because each one's about a different person, really. So I can't really, you know, tell you the story of it, but you get the gist of it. It's about the Boogeyman. I think the first one's about a guy who, you know, keeps seeing the Boogeyman and people don't believe him and stuff. And it was good enough to get 3 movies, but it wasn't good enough to get a HD release. It just doesn't make sense to me. Number 7. From here on out, it's just unbelievable to me that these movies don't have releases, but it's Student Bodies. I feel like this one does, but then I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But this is a classic movie. That was kind of a big movie, and it was really... Is it Touchstone? I think Touchstone released it. No, Paramount Pictures. But yeah, Student Bodies doesn't have an HD release that I know of. I like the artwork for this one. Here's another one doesn't, and so neither does the next. I think part 3 maybe does, but Stepfather 2. No, Stepfather 3 doesn't have a HD release either, and I didn't grab it. But yeah, the Stepfather series, the first one has a blue release. The second and third ones don't. And the second one's pretty good, and it's got the same actor. It's also got Meg Foster, but no HD release. And this one was released by Snap Films, so I'm really surprised they never did a Blu-ray for this one. Maybe they couldn't get the rights again. You know, if you figure if they had the rights to this, they would have the rights to make the blue, but never happened. Number 5, American Werewolf in Paris. This is the sequel to American Werewolf in London. Tom Everett Scott. It's basically the same story as the first one. The guy, you know, he goes to Paris. He gets bitten by a werewolf, and he's getting taken care of by her. I remember Bush had a song on this. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember. They had a song in this though, and I remember this movie was in the video for it as well. Yeah, I'm surprised that, you know, nothing's ever been done with this. This is another one. I think this might be a TV movie as well, but Rumpelstiltskin. And it's the same story, y'all know. I don't have to tell you about Rumpelstiltskin. And she's supposed to... She gets... How, I don't remember. You know the story of Rumpelstiltskin. I don't have to tell you about that. But there's it's an Artisan DVD. And there he is. He's really creepy looking. It's hard to get it. Got a glare. But yeah, fun movie. This is a movie I like better than the original. I think most people don't feel that way, but it's Prom Night 2. This was, I remember seeing this when I was a real small child. This was the first time I think I seen a woman naked was in Prom Night 2. I remember watching it on HBO really late at night. This movie's creepy. She's got like this real creepy rocking horse. And yeah, it's a fun movie. Check it out. If you haven't seen this, tell me what you think. I think Prom Night 2 is better than the first Prom Night, but I know that's not a popular opinion, so I'm probably the only one that thinks that. Number 2, another great TV movie, and that's Gargoyles. I don't even know if it got a DVD, to be honest. I think this is, I think it did. I think this is like from another country or something, because that right there. But I think it got a DVD release, but it's never got a Blu-ray release. But this movie won tons of awards for like the, you know, the creation of these gargoyles, because they're so creepy. And this was like a really scary movie for me when I was a kid, because it was like on TV. And I'm getting such a glare on that. But yeah, they're actually really terrifying looking. Really good movie. If you've never seen it, I'd definitely check this out. This is a movie I think for about all ages. There's nothing too gory or, you know, that's why I think it's a TV movie, because I don't remember any cussing or anything like that in there. It says medium level violence, so 15. So yeah. And number 1, a movie that surprises me never got HD release. Maybe it's not that great. I always thought it was a really good movie. Cheerleader Camp. You know, this is like, I look at this movie all the time and I'm like, well, how come nobody's released this yet? It's Anchor Bay. There's the back of it if you want to pause and look at it. But yeah, this is a really fun movie, and one of my favorites, and it always surprises me because I have a DVD shelf, and you know, I'm trying to replace them all and upgrade them, and I always take a look at it and I see this on there and I'm always like, man, no, I'm surprised nobody's released this yet. So that's my top 25 horror DVDs that I think deserve a Blu-ray. I'm sure there's some stuff I missed as I look over here. There's some good stuff. I just didn't think it was top 25. Like, Joyride 2, The Reeker. There's a ton of movies that I think are good. And then there's some newer stuff like Drone. I thought this was a really good movie. It's about a killer drone that goes crazy and starts killing people. There's some newer stuff like, I always don't understand, like Tim. This was a really good movie. It's sort of like Megan, where a woman goes to work for these people that create a houseworking doll. You know, a houseworking AI robot to help her clean house. But it turns in to be crazy and infatuated with her. And I'm always surprised when these new movies, like this ain't even a couple months old, and it's not on, you know, not on HD yet. But yeah, let's just end it there. But there's some more new movies that I've grabbed recently, and I'm like, man, why don't it have a Blu-ray release? But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna do top 10. Try to do a little better next time. I'm gonna have numbers. It's like really late at night, but I was bored. But I'm gonna have numbers, and I might try to get some footage of the movies, or at least clips from the trailer, so you can see, you know, the movie instead of just me talking about it. But thanks for watching, guys, and let me know if this is worth doing again. If not, we'll just stick with the games. But see ya.